You know what time it is? It's day 4, and we are doing a little recap of what has happened throughout the progress. Now, when you come to day 4, if you've done exactly what I have been doing, very likely you will end up at level 34. Okay? Now, why am I at 35? Well, that's because I spent 4 stamina pots to get myself to level 35 because of FOMO. That's it. When you get to 35, guess what happens? Look at what I'm, auto farming right now. I'm farming Nico Nana. Once you get to level 35, this unlocks for you and you can start doing this shell dungeon, which is the next biggest power spike you are going to get in your account. Okay, once you get that, you want to start farming Nico first before you start attempting hell of the thresholds, which is also unlocked for you at 35. As you can see, there is the new here. Okay, you can see I've unlocked hell. So you need the shells first before you can even try to attempt this. You can probably do it at 1 star, but it's not efficient enough. So I would recommend definitely going into Nico Nana first to get yourself up to scratch with your shells, get them up to level 40, get the right matrix modules. Then we can go into the thresholds and start farming your doggies and start farming your Terramaton. Now at that stage, you're also very likely to be able to clear Nightmare pretty easily at this point for Aurora. So do that as well. But one other thing I want to talk about, especially when you get to level 35 and you start doing hell mode, you're going to get this thing called, the module essence. Okay? Now, this module essence basically means that you can start buying these stuff. It's at level 35, so let's take a look here. No, it's level 40. Alright, quick little edit here. Just as I recorded the video, they released a announcement saying that there's going to be a temporary maintenance. And the one that I want to talk about specifically is this one here, where it says fixed an issue on the exchange shop for the module. It unlocks at 35, so that is actually a bug. It's not at level 40. Okay, so I just thought I'd put this out there so that, I don't confuse anyone in the future who are going to be watching this video. But anyway, let's get back into it. A shop unlocks for you where you can exchange your module essence for modules, basically. Now, what I want to, quickly mention here is when you get this, what you want to do is instead of using these module essence on the thresholds you're already farming, use it on sets that you don't really farm. So for example, I'm pretty heavy focused on Terramaton and Doki Doki. So I'll be using, the module essence to get myself some bulwarks from Aurora, because I'm not really farming Aurora, right? So that is one thing I want you guys to pay attention to. I don't want you to just get all your module essence and then just spam it into Swift Rush, because you're already going to be farming it. Okay? That's one thing. The second thing I want to mention is at level 34, 35, you're going to start, chasing some speed in your gear. Okay? And you can see I went from 3 million to 900k. That's how fast your coins dwindle. It's insane. All right, so be very, very thrifty with your dollary-doos. Don't, willy-nilly just jam everything into whatever you feel like. Okay, at this point as well, your module should look something along the lines of like this. Okay, you'll get this from like the event where you clear a boss and then it gives you a certain piece. But your gear should look something like this. This is the part where they are going to ask you to do a plus 15. Depends. Okay, if your gear is like really good, like for example, not this one. I knew that I have one of them that is not bad. It's somewhere. Is it on my Tiamat? Something like this, right? I think this is okay to plus 15 because it has all the right stats for Tiamat already. Okay, I think this is an okay piece to plus 15. There should be some other ones as well, but I don't know where I put them, so I'm not gonna bother looking through. But a quick skim will show you. Can't find it. Can't help you there. But that's what I mean. You want to, slowly start plus 15 stuff because your hyperlink charter is going to ask you to do that. And this is also the next thing that I want to segue into. Okay, you see, it was asked you to fully equip one SSR animus with plus 15 modules. This is the next part I want to get into. Once you're done with the first animus fate, which is basically everything to do with Lian. Okay, you can see nothing here really does care about Lian anymore. The hot topic here is, do you reset her? And my answer is no, you don't have to. Okay, because if you were smart enough, you would have looked at her prowess, you would have gotten all of this basic stuff, which it's not hard to get. And all you really want to get here is just the speed and the damage amplification on the S3. Yeah? You don't have to get this. Do you really need 30% turn meter steal? Not really. You're already doing it enough. And if you couple it with Freya, you couple it with Marvel, you're doing PvE just fine. And in PvP, this is already plenty for what she already has. Yeah? Which is basically a 20% turn meter pushback. That's a lot. That is a massive deal in PvP already, in RTA. Don't worry about resetting her unless you are an absolute monkey and you went straight for the +5 here and you wasted one of these Letices. Then maybe there's an argument for you to reset her, but please build her back. She helps you so much in clearing content, and in the beta I did that. I resetted Lian and I struggled so badly to farm certain stages. Like for example, right now at this point in time of me recording, which is equivalent to when I was in the beta, there was no shot I was doing Nico Nana. There was absolutely no shot. I didn't have the units. Yeah, but Lian is helping me so much, and you can see like even when I put my Grey in there, he's dying, but it doesn't matter because Lian is doing so much already by herself. You see, look at this, turn meter pushback. But that was death, so it was even better. Gigabyte, I'm also getting Gigabytes as well, which is good. That's what I want because my Sanya is already on Gigabyte, and that's a nice fodder for me. Please do not reset your Lian, okay? She is going to carry you a long way. She is also pretty good in PvP, okay? Everyone's going to have a Lian, and if everyone is going to reset a Lian, you know what the saying is? If they zig, you zag. That means people are never going to they're never going to pick a Lian in the coming future, and you have free reign over DPS. Agree? And with the meta sometimes being a bit green heavy, Lian just counters it. Alright? So, please do not reset your Lian. That is my honest advice. Okay? You are going to use her for a very long time. Besides that, I've started to, level up more 5-star more units. Everything's looking pretty neat here. Okay? I should get a couple of 6 stars very shortly, but I'm definitely working on getting my shells improved, and then I'm going to do hand-me-downs on the shells, and then really stack your stuff, your resources. The next thing is your Etheria. Now, at the point of recording, I don't think you can challenge anymore, but this was closed earlier. We're in the off-season now, so I hope you actually farmed up your rewards, because if you go into the shop here, you can see I've already cleared out all the important stuff. Yeah, this is going to reset in 2 hours at the point of recording, as you can see. So hopefully you've done that. If not, you've wasted one perfect Lattice and one evolution Lattice plus whatever over here. Please don't skip your PvP. I've also started doing a bit of RTA just to get me the coins. Right, if you go in here, you can see I've started stockpiling them because I want to start grabbing all of this. Okay. Hopefully you also did your Fearless Arena. Hopefully you did your Fearless Arena so that you can get your stamina pot, right? The mental stabilizer. Very important. You get this once a week. You might as well stockpile it and not waste it. Okay. But besides that, that is literally day 4. The key takeaway for day 4, don't FOMO. there's no reason for you to rush to 35. I did that because I wanted to rush it myself. That was my own prerogative. Okay? And if you want to do that, it takes you to go to 600 account level. 600 points to get to account level 35. Which means you need to spend, you know, just by pure math, you need 6 stamina pots already. 5. Because you get you get 100 off leveling up. That's a lot. Up to you. Okay? I chose to do it because I wanted to start farming Nico earlier. Point number 2. Please don't reset Lien. Please do not reset Lien. Do not have FOMO. That is the most important part of day 4. Okay? And I'm pretty sure in day 5, it's going to be more about being very thrifty with your resources. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed this little, you know, day 4 diary. This is how my account's being progressed so far. I will show you a little bit of my units right now. You can see this is what I'm using on Leanne. That's what I have on my Lily. I'm not playing RTA, so don't worry about it. Okay? Gray, this is what I have on him. Romoka, that's what I have on her. Sanya is already on Gigabyte. I use Kraken. And I use Marvel. That's about it. That's all I really use. Sometimes I chuck in a Linglor in there, just, you know, just because I need her sometimes. But that's about it. Everything else is not really built. Everything's just, you know, I just put hand-me-downs. So they're not even perfectly built. Beyonzen is also not perfectly built. You can see she's too slow. Right, Heinrich is just there for the Aurora, which I need to work on him as well. But, yeah, that's about it. I've already rambled on too much. You can see I've already almost cleared the whole full 10 out of 10 auto run. But that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this little diary for day 4. And if you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one.